part 3 of video series about filters, and today we will be talking about polarizers or polarizing filters, what they are, how do you use them and when, and also what kind of challenges you might run into while using polarizers. First of all, polarizing filters consist out of two pieces of glass which you rotate against each other to get different polarization effect, to get less or more polarization.
There are two types of polarizers, and those are linear and circular polarizers. Both are very similar in terms of the effect they give, but linear polarizers cannot be used with cameras that have a through-the-lens metering system or autofocus. So most of modern cameras will require a circular polarizer. Linear polarizers were more used back in the days when we had film cameras. Polarizers are very often used in landscape photography because they have an ability to make the sky darker and more saturated. They can also affect other colors in the image and make them more vibrant, as well as they have ability to remove gas or smoke. This image was taken without polarizer. But watch how it is going to change when I take it with polarizing filter. Pay attention to the sky, mountains, as well as overall color of the image, especially the greenery on the right. As you can see, sky became darker, more saturated, and you can see some clouds which were not visible before. You also can see more details in the mountains because polarizer helped to remove some smog. Also, look at the colors, especially the green became more bright, more vibrant, more saturated. The other case when polarizer can be useful is when you have some reflections which are distracting and you would like to minimize them or remove them. You can minimize or remove reflections from different shiny objects, like car for example. This photo was taken without polarizing filter, and this one was with polarizing filter. As you can see, reflections on the car were minimized significantly, though filter wasn't able to remove them completely. I guess it depends on how strong the reflections are. You can also remove some reflections from the glass, or even when you're taking pictures through the window. Sometimes when you take a picture through the window, you get a reflection, and polarizer can help to remove and minimize those. This photo was taken without polarizer, and this one with polarizer. Also, polarizer can remove reflections from the water so you can see better through it. I did try to take some sample pictures of the lake, but water was so dirty that no polarizer filter will help it. So I just had to get creative in the bathtub. This photo was created without polarizer and you can see reflections in the water. And this one was with polarizer, and you can see clear through it. Polarizers are also called poor man ND filters because they are able to act as ND filter, and most of them are able to cut up to 2 stops of light. And if you were watching my previous video, you will know how ND filters are used. So you will have to keep in mind that you will lose some light when you put polarizer filter on. And here are some mistakes you might make or challenges you might have while using polarizer. First of all, you will have to be at the right angle. If sun is in front of you or behind you, you will not be able to get a polarization. The best is to point your camera 90 degrees to the sun, though it might not always be possible depending where your subject is located.
The easiest way to figure out where you should point your camera is to create a figure like this with your
fingers where your thumb should be pointing towards the sun and your camera should be pointing in the direction of your index finger. You can rotate your hand and change the direction of index finger as long as thumb stays pointed towards the sun. If you get the angle wrong, you have a chance also to get some unevenness in the photo, like uneven sky, for example. The same problem you might run into while using wide-angle lens, especially when your circular polarizer isn't thin enough for that type of lens. Also, try not to stack one filter on top of another. If you have UV filter on your lens, for example, take it off and then put polarizer on.
I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new today. The only thing I didn't mention yet is that you could try also to use polarizer while taking pictures of the rainbow. Of course, if you find one. The reason why I didn't include it in my video is because I didn't find the rainbow to shoot, because it's almost never rains in South California. But I did my research, and some people say that you should use polarizer with a rainbow because it can enhance it, and other people say no, you should never use polarizer with a rainbow because it can make it disappear. So what is truth? I think it probably can go both ways depending how you rotate polarizer and which angle you are at. But I wanted to ask you, if any of you got a chance to take pictures of the rainbow using polarizer, and which results did you get? Please let me know in the comments below. I see you next time. Bye bye.